welcome again to River Valley Farm. As I said, we had a project coming, and it is big, yellow, ugly, and old. This is a Cat D7E. It's still a 4-cylinder D7. It is a power shift. And I think basically this is like the first run of a 7 with a power shift and not a pony start. But I think pony starts were available on this. Look at all the room you have in there for that starter. Yeah, so it has a miss in the engine. More specifically, it's missing on number 2 cylinder. I already cracked the injection lines with it open and discovered that that's the one that makes no difference at all in how it runs. So, now to decide how we go about, now to figure out what we need to do to tell if it's fuel related or something else. Head gasket, some other form of compression loss. Hopefully it's just an injector, because that will be a quick and easy fix for this guy to get him back to work. He does actively use this dozer to make money with, so we got to try and get it done quickly and easily. As you can see, I already pulled the pre-cleaner and the exhaust pipe off. This one does have a muffler. That's a very good thing, because these old, absolutely obnoxiously loud. But anyway, we're gonna let me get this hood pulled off here, and we'll see what else we come up with. Alright, so as you can see, we've got the hood off, and that is our number 2 cylinder that has actually got the miss. This is a pre-cup injection engine. Before I can do anything else, we're going to have to blow all the crud off the top of it. So let me get set up and get that done. You can see we've got a little bit of a seep here on the valve cover, or the rocker box 1 on the 3 and 4 cylinder head. Just a great big old slow running 4-cylinder engine is all this is. But anyway, we'll get it cleaned up a little bit, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so we've got this thing pretty well cleaned up. It's not perfect by any means, but at least we can see the top of the head now. So my next step is going to be, which I've already disconnected this wire from the glow plug here. The next step is going to be to remove the glow plug and verify that we do have pressure in the cylinder, basically. So yeah, I probably do not have a compression tester that'll fit this thing, but we're going to check and see, and if we don't, then we'll just spin the engine over and see what happens. Let me get this out, and we'll go from there. Alright, so we've got our glow plug removed. I wiped it off. It was really kind of wet and nasty. It doesn't smell like coolant though, so I think we'd probably get away without a head gasket or anything like that. And kind of surprisingly, it wasn't completely seized in there, which I'm not complaining by any means, but you know, I'm okay with it not being that way. So yeah, anyway, we're gonna go ahead and spin this engine over and see what we can figure out here.
I need my balls off for this minute.
No, you don't. Alright, so as I said, we're gonna spin this over and see what happens. I've got the fuel shut off, so it won't do too much anything there. See if I can find an angle that'll work for us. stop banging on stuff. Okay? Well, I'm not going to be able to get a perfect angle on what we're doing, so we'll just see what that does. Now,
Start it up.
no, we're not going to start it up.
Why is it not starting up?
Because it's not.
The moment start was just smoke packing on.
No. Something's not right anyway. Okay, so we're not getting anything out of the glow plug hole, and I think we should be. So that's a bad deal. Alright, we're going to have to put this glow plug back in and see what happens here. We'll start it up.
And do what else? Okay.
Alright, so I pulled the glow plug out of number 3 cylinder here just for a test, and yeah, watch this. We got compression on that one and none on number 2. So I'm going to take a guess and say we're going to have to get into this old girl. I'm not real happy about it, but that's what it's looking like we're going to have to do. Oh, alright. Alright, so I hope you can see that wetness, shininess there on this glow plug. I pulled the number 2 glow plug back out just to give it a second look, and as you can see, it's pretty wet looking. It doesn't, I can't smell anything anyway, more than likely, but definitely we don't have any compression on number 2. So we're gonna crank it over one more time here just to make sure, but I'm gonna guess we're gonna be ripping into this front head on this tractor just to see what's going on, whether it have a hole in the piston or maybe it's dropped a valve or something like that. I don't know, but we're gonna have to find out. Alright, so let's go ahead and just fire this old girl up, and we're gonna see if it's blowing anything into the radiator or not. I suspect it is not, but we're gonna see. Here we go. Put it down there. Well, as you can hear, it's definitely got a miss. In the coolant at all, so I think we're good there. This fancy flashlight. Whew, obnoxious old thing. Anyway. Just by the way it acts, I wonder if we don't have an exhaust valve that's messed up. So, on to the next thing, which would be pull that big old stamped valve cover off. Well, that's the problem. As I said, something to do with the exhaust valve, and there it is. The push rod has completely jumped out. It's going to be a plain miracle if that's not bent, but it won't make any compression unless it has both valves working. So hopefully, well, by looking down in that hole, that thing looks straight. But anyway, This is all jumped out. I don't even know what you call this piece off the top of my head, but anyway, the fact that it is all up out of there like so, I don't think it's going to be very good. So let's just draw that rocker arm back, pull this thing out. We've got something, I don't know what for sure, but something definitely came apart in here. Here's another piece out of it. I don't know if these had valve rotators at one point in time or what. But anyway, as you can see, there's your problem. I don't know how much trouble that's going to be to find either. So now I gotta go find the parts book on this old girl and see what we can come up with. I'm sure it's not going to be a cat part, and not anymore anyway.
A cat part?
Yeah, a cat part. They quit making parts for this thing like 20 years ago. But hopefully we'll come up with something that's good anyway. Oh boy. Well, I guess that's it for this project and today. Going to be a fun one. Anyway, guys, if you liked the video, please comment, rate, and subscribe for more. And yeah, we'll definitely report back on this. This is interesting. So, thanks for watching.